Hello from Palmer India restaurant. Be sure to watch William Pace show tonight. We will be on.
Good evening, I'm William Pace. Tonight we're going to visit 3 different Dayton area restaurants. First, we're going to go to the Palmer India restaurant out by the Dayton Mall, and we'll talk with the owner, Surjit Singh, and head chef Lale will prepare for us chicken tikka. Then it's off to the Deer Pine Inn restaurant at Madden Hills Golf Course, where we'll talk with the owner, Margaret Brown, and head chef Alan Ogletree will prepare for us pepper steak with rice. And we'll end the show with a trip to the coffee house at Christopher's Restaurant, where we'll talk with Chip Pritchard, coffee house manager Alex Fensel, and the kitchen manager Tom Mullins will prepare for us pasta primavera. Each week, as you know, we always read 2 or 3 letters from the viewers, and I would like to encourage you to write. To write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. That's P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. The first postcard tonight is from Edith Rose Martin of Dayton. Dear William, I recently discovered your show. Your songs are just beautiful and so refreshing. Your show is entertaining and informative. I look forward to your future shows. Sincerely, Edith Rose Martin of Fairborn, Ohio. Thank you very much for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to the Diner on St. Clair. The next card is from the Michaels family of Xenia, Ohio. Dear William, I really love your show. Please sing Danny Boy for me. It is my favorite song. Your personality is really a winner. Take care, the Michaels family. Well, thank you very much for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to Christopher's Restaurant in Kettering. The last letter is from Ruth Michaels. Dear William, just a short note to tell you how much I enjoy your fine program. I really enjoy the restaurant segment. The food always looks good, and the guests you have are always interesting. Thank you again for your fine program. Sincerely, Ruth. P.S. You need to sing more on your show. Well, thank you very much, Ruth, for writing, and we're going to send you a gift certificate to Mahaffey's Pies. Coming up next, we're going to go to the Palmer India restaurant for some chicken tikka. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send your name, birth date, and photograph to the William Pace Show, Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401.
My guest is Surjit Singh, owner of the Palmer India restaurant. Hello, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Now, you've been in America now for about 13 years?
Yes.
Now, what made you want to leave India and come to America?
Well, I always like to come to America because I like this country.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to dream about America, so it's come true.
Dreams do come true.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you would want to be in the restaurant business?
Not up front, but when I came to this country, and I always liked to do the business, so I was started working, and I started working for a restaurant, and so since 1981, I was always working in a restaurant industry, and I got enough experience and all that, and I know inside, outside, how to run the restaurant. I know how to do the cooking and how to do the customer service management and all that. So I thought that will be the best thing to do for me, so I started the restaurant.
Mm. What are people looking for today when they go out to dine in restaurants? You think they're looking for service or quality? What are they looking for?
Each and every customer has different kind of desires. We try to meet their desires and make them happy. Right now, I will say all the customers or people are looking low-fat items.
Mm-hmm. Watching their weight,
weights, calories and all that. Like we're going to show that what kind of chicken we cook. We cook boneless, skinless chicken here. Totally or mostly white meat. Mm-hmm. If somebody's looking forward to that, and that will be great. And we have a lot of vegetarian dishes right now in the market. The more customers goes to the restaurants, they are looking for a vegetarian food. Mm-hmm. And we got almost 16 different kind of vegetable dishes.
Wonderful.
And we also cook with cholesterol-free oil. If a customer requested no oil, we don't use oil. This is not what we want to do. We are looking to customer what they wanted.
Okay.
So we will try to meet their desires, not our desires.
Wonderful. You want to introduce me to your manager here?
Here's Jas, and he's my manager. And when I'm not here, he takes care about the restaurant.
I'm here.
And I trust him. He's a very good guy, and he will take care when I'm not here. Just look forward to coming here.
Okay, let's go in the kitchen and talk with Chef Lali.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
My guest is Chef Lali, head chef here at Palmer India Restaurant. And we're going to prepare chicken tikka. So where do we start?
Okay, I'll start for Lali. We have a yogurt-based marinade, which one we have some garam masala, lemon juice, salt, little vegetarian oil, and we make almost every day that one. And then we have it chicken breast, which one is skinless, boneless, and it's a white meat, which one is very healthy for cholesterol items and all that. So Lali will show you how to score the chicken. Here, Lali, go.
So how long has Lali been head chef here?
Lali's been since we opened the restaurant. He's working here. Okay, he scored the chicken, and then what we do is, Lali, you go ahead, put this chicken in the marinade here, and marinate that.
So after the chicken's been marinated for about 4 hours, we put it into the clay oven?
Yes, Lali will show you how to put it on the skewers. First we put it on a skewer and then in a clay oven.
I see.
Clay oven is called in India as a tandoor, which one is very famous cooking in it. And we use natural charcoal in the clay oven, which one gives a really nice flavor to the food. And Lali will show you he's going to put it on skewer and he's going to put it in a tandoor, which one we call clay oven. Go ahead, Lali, show
So
it.
this is a popular way of cooking in India.
Yeah, and that's, okay, Lali, go ahead, put it that and show that how we're doing it. And now it's in the oven, and it will take approximately 6 to 7 minutes to cook.
Okay.
Once it's done, you can see it has some brown color on it, and it can tell. It varies of cooking time, depends on how big is a piece and all that. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use this tongue and put a chicken
and I see
over.
too, you have it comes with vegetables like onions and
Yes.
green peppers and tomatoes and cucumbers, and then you also serve this with rice.
We serve with rice and cup of lentils too.
So now we have the complete chicken tikka. So let's go out in the dining room and try this out.
Okay.
Here comes the chicken tikka.
Here's your chicken tikka, sir. And the rice pilaf.
Oh, this is very colorful and smells so good too.
This is the cup of dal that comes with all the tandoori items.
Thank you. Mmm. Surji, this is very good.
Oh, thank you.
You want to tell us so good? I'm almost to choke on it almost. You want to tell us about your hours then?
Well, we are open 7 days a week, and we are open for lunch 11:30 to 2, and dinner 5 to 10. Sunday we are open 12:30 to 8 all day long, and we are closed between 2 and 5 only Monday through Saturday.
Now, do you take reservations?
We take reservations for only if it's a party of 5 or more.
Mm-hmm.
And this restaurant is totally non-smoking restaurant. This is the first non-smoking restaurant in Dayton area.
Wonderful.
And
You want to give us the phone number for the
the
reservation?
telephone number over at the restaurant is 513-439-9005. I'll repeat that again. The area code is 513-439-9005.
Okay, thanks so much for coming on the show tonight.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we're going to go to the Deer Pine Restaurant at Madden Hills Golf Course. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show. Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send your name, birth date, and photograph to the William Pace Show, Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401.
Hello from the Deer Pine Restaurant. Be sure to watch the William Pace Show tonight. We'll be watching, won't you?
On our restaurant segment tonight, we're at the Deer Pine Inn Restaurant, and my guest is Margaret Brown, owner of the restaurant. This is just lovely. You know, it's a beautiful setting. You can see the people playing golf and people coming and going. How long has the restaurant been in existence?
For 10 years.
10 years.
Mm-hmm. We have been here at this location for 5 years.
And what was the big idea behind the restaurant? Was it to service the people that come out to play golf?
Yes, it is. We started out with a small coffee shop to service the golfers. After we moved into our new building here, we decided we wanted to service other non-playing golfers, just serve the public.
So you have a lot of
working.
people that come not just to play golf, but just to the restaurant.
Yes, we do have a lot of non-golfers just to come to the restaurant for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
What do you think people are looking for today when they dine out? What are they looking for in a restaurant?
I believe they're looking for more of a family-style restaurant, home cooking, fresh foods. That's what I would look for. Everything prepared fresh daily. Fresh vegetables, not the frozen or the canned foods. And that's what we like to prepare here.
And what makes your restaurant different from some of the other places in town?
We have a real pleasant atmosphere here.
It is. I'm just enjoying sitting out here. You know, it's so tranquil and peaceful and serene. And so I would say, yeah, that's definitely a different.
So that's one of the things here that we strive to let people come in and just have a relaxing atmosphere. We try to give them more of a at-home setting. When you're doing a dinner at your home, we like that type of atmosphere here, and the people seem to enjoy it. They like the relaxation, mostly, I think. It's very pleasant, looking out at all the beautiful golf course here, all the green trees.
It is beautiful.
So people seem to just like that atmosphere.
Well, I hear that the pepper steak with rice is a really popular dish here.
It is. It's one of our favorites.
Why?
One of our custom favorite.
Why is it?
Everything is prepared right here at the restaurant daily. The chef does an excellent job. We have one of Dayton's finest chefs here.
Do you think if I go back in the kitchen inside and talk to Chef Alan Ogletree that he'll prepare the pepper steak with rice for me?
I sure do.
Okay, let's go in and talk with him and find him.
Okay.
My guest is Chef Alan Ogletree of the Deer Pine Inn Restaurant, and tonight we're going to prepare pepper steak with rice. So, Chef, where do we start?
Well, the first thing we're going to do, we're going to start with the beef. We're going to prepare our beef for saute. So we're going to use a little garlic, granulated garlic. We're going to use a little salt. A little pepper. Normally we use fresh ground pepper, but our pepper mill is on the blink tonight, so we just go with the ground pepper. And we'll add a little cornstarch to this to give it a glaze to make our sauce with.
So this is pretty popular then, this dish.
Yes, it is.
So you mix all that up then?
Yeah, we're gonna mix this up and let it set for a few minutes while we get our skillet hot, our saute pan.
So how many years have you been a chef?
I've been a chef about 45 years.
45 years. That must take you back to your teens or something like that.
No. Nope.
Or at least 20s.
No. Well, I started in food when I was 9. I started baking at the age of 9.
So you always had an interest in cooking then?
Oh,
in
yes.
Food. So what's next now?
Well, we're going to get our saute skillet together. In the meantime, while we're doing this, put a little oil in there. And we're going to put our broccoli on the steam. So we're going to serve fresh broccoli with that. So we're going to steam this. Okay. Now we'll cut the vegetables while that's working.
So for people who are very much into vegetables, this is a good dish for them?
It is, and it's a low-calorie dish, and very tasty. Okay, now we're going in here with these. Okay. I use burgundy because it gives much better flavor than in this particular dish than the sherry. Thank you. Now, and once these are combined, okay.
You know, now it's beginning to make me hungry, you know. Do I hear Chef Alan Ogletree coming with the pepper steak? Oh, it looks good, doesn't it?
Here we are.
Thank you. This is good. It's tasty.
Thank you very much.
Compliments to the chef. I'd like to thank Chef Alan Ogletree and also Margaret Brown for coming on tonight. So folks, come down to the Deer Pine Inn restaurant. There's more to come on the William Pace Show when we return. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio, 45401, 3644. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send name, birth date, and a photograph to the William Pace Show, P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio, 45401.
In that cruel southern rain, there's a songbird singing right on through to the dawn.
My guest is Alex Fensel, and we're at the coffee house at Christopher's Restaurant. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
What are the hours of the coffee house?
Well, every Friday and Saturday night, we're here from 9:30 till midnight.
Why did you decide to start the coffee house?
Well, this is the only place like it in Dayton where you can have a social atmosphere, no alcohol, and great entertainment. There's nothing else like it. It's really unique.
Who comes to the coffee house?
Anyone who enjoys a creative atmosphere. We have people who remember the coffee houses of the 60s. We have kids who don't want to go to the bars or can't get in and still want to enjoy live entertainment.
So this is an alternative to the bar scene then?
Very much so, yeah.
And you have entertainment. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
Oh, we have all kinds of stuff. Everything from Celtic to folk, a lot of original songwriters I like to get in here. We'll be having poetry in September, some young alternative bands. Just it's a whole spectrum, but all of it's appropriate for any age.
And I understand you have food here too?
Yeah, as well as espresso and cappuccino. We also have sandwiches and soups. We have wonderful desserts and little fried hors d'oeuvres and good stuff like that.
You know, I hear that the pasta primavera is pretty good here.
Oh, it's excellent.
You think if I go in and talk with the kitchen manager, he'll prepare that for me?
Give it a try.
Okay, let's go back in the kitchen. My guest is kitchen manager Rick Mullins, and we're going to prepare pasta primavera. So where do we start?
Well, we already started off. I got the linguine in the steamer already, so we're ready to go.
Okay.
Take a saute pan, medium-high heat, a little bit of olive oil. Get that heated up. Use a little bit of minced garlic.
Pasta primavera, is this a pretty popular dish here at Christopher's?
Yeah, it's one of our most popular. It's a vegetarian dish. It's fresh vegetables sauteed. We're gonna add Parmesan cheese to that and a white sauce. It's gonna go over linguine and goes real well. We have a chicken primavera too as well. It's just the only thing different, we use a marinated chicken breast, and that's added to that.
Why is a pasta primavera so popular here, you think?
One of the reasons it's vegetarian. That's become a little more popular these days. Health reasons. I'll try and take some of that off of there. This is white wine we're adding to. Add some Parmesan cheese to that. So ready to go. Add our Bianco sauce to this. Put that back here.
I admire her too, but not for her cooking.
Get our pasta. A little more Parmesan cheese. Ready to go.
So we have pasta primavera. Okay, let's go out the dining room and try this out.
All right.
Here comes the pasta primavera.
Yeah, thanks, Rick.
Oh, it looks good. I'd like to introduce my guest, the owner of Christopher's Restaurant, Chef Pritchard. Good to have you with us.
Good to have you here, William.
I'm going to try now the pasta primavera.
How do you like that?
It's very good. Delicious.
Great. It's good for you, too. It'll help you with your diet. You'll soon be seeing the Thin Man on the William Pace Show.
It's a deal. Would you like to give us your hours of business?
Sure. We're open 7 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 9:30 to 12 Friday and Saturday night for coffee hour.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Real good to have you with us.
And guitarist Michael Coulter is going to play us the break. Stay with us.
Tall grass blowing in the breeze, shining in the sun. Long night.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401, 3644. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send your name, birth date, and photograph to the William Pace Show, Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401.
I'd like to remind you to write to the William Pace Show. Write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. That's P.O. Box 3644, Dayton 45401. Gotta go. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.
Be sure to watch the William Pace Show tonight. I'll be on. I'm Robert York. Tune in.
Good evening, I'm William Pace. My special guest tonight is comedian Robert York. As you know, we always start the show out by reading letters from the viewers, and I would like to take this time to encourage you to write. I just love receiving your letters, and I promise I'll write you back. To write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. The first letter tonight is from Lovina Wilson of Dayton. Dear William, I listen with interest to your show. It is informative and shows that you have put much time into thinking each show through, making a viewer stay with you until the end. Keep up the good work, William, and continue to let us know what is going on in Dayton. Sincerely, Lovina Wilson of the Listening Post. Well, thank you very much, Lovina, for writing, and we're going to send you a box of Esther Price candy. The next letter is from Smokey Pope of Fairborn, Ohio. Dear Mr. Pace, hearty congratulations are clearly in order for both you and your fine program. The William Pace Show is a breath of clear, fresh air in the otherwise rank, stagnant, polluted stench of late-night television. Your crisp yet gentle interviewing style and imaginative production techniques have established a level of excellence which few other shows could hope to attain. In my humble opinion, if Dayton is the gem city, then you are truly a shining diamond. Sincerely yours, Smokey Pope. But thank you very much, Smokey, for writing. And we're going to send you a gift certificate to Joker's Comedy Cafe. The next letter is from Lois Williams of West Dayton, Ohio. Dear Mr. Pace, in the past year I have followed your show. I must say it is most enjoyable to watch some local talent. The William Pace Show brings a warmness and personal side to television. Since watching such personalities like Congressman Tony Hall, Mayor Clay Dixon, and Patti Austin, I can surely say that you have displayed great communication skills while conducting interviews. It is wonderful to see one of Dayton's own demonstrate such talent and gracefulness. After watching many of your interviews, I have enjoyed B.B. King and Lucille the best of all. I'll be watching and praying for continued success for the William Pace Show. Well, thank you very much, Lois, for writing, and we're going to send you Roz Young's book, Cat, Thy Name is Edith. Coming up, we're going to go to Joker's Comedy Cafe and talk with comedian Robert York.
We'll be right back in just a minute.
That'll be real good.
Don't change that dial.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send name, birth date, and a photograph to the William Pace Show, P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. My special guest tonight is comedian Robert York. Thanks so much for coming on tonight.
Pleasure, William. Glad to be here. Yes.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
You're in town here at Joker's Comedy Club.
Out here, Jokers.
And you're a regular here, I understand.
Absolutely. I come to Dayton area probably twice a year, and always have a good time.
Now, I hear your act is very interesting.
Well,
you do all kinds of wild things.
Well, it's been described as a Wild West show. A fellow tried to describe me one time in Cleveland. I was working up there, and he described me as a cross between W.C. Fields, Will Rogers, and Robin Williams.
Wow, that's quite a combination.
I do a lot of crazy stuff, as you might guess.
Tell us some of the crazy stuff you do.
I start off with a cowboy hat balanced on my nose, and then I get into some juggling. I do as many as 7 balls at one time, and I crack an 11-foot bullwhip out over the audience to get their attention. And
does it get their attention?
Oh, absolutely. It'll make your butt pucker a little bit. And then there's one-liners and dirty limericks, and it's a little risque at times. I do I do tickle the ladies' fancy, as you might say, as politely as possible.
I didn't know that they permitted that in the comedy act.
In a visual way.
In a visual way.
Absolutely.
Awesome. How did you get started in the comedy?
Well, I started as a juggler first, and pantomime and puppetry and mass theater. Did a lot of different arts and programming. I was with the National Endowment for the Arts for a number of years, and did a lot of school assemblies and school shows, and NACA, which is National Association of Campus Activities, the college circuit. And for lack of a better word, I did a lot of colleges all over the country, even up here in Ohio. And then that led me to the comedies. I started blending more comedy with the visual and the other theater aspects of the show. I started adding the comedy, and I got to where I liked that even better, most of all. And well, let's see, I guess it comes down to I got tired of just talking to kids. I wanted to talk to some adults too. And so I switched and added more adult-oriented comedy to my show, and added the bits of risque. And then that led me to the comedy clubs in this venue. And here I am now. I've been here 8 or 9 years, and just loving it.
Now, growing up as a child, what kind of child were you? Were you...
I was a show-off.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Did
a
your parents
show-off.
sort of guess that you would be in comedy?
They didn't mind a bit. They were always pushing me to do the individual things. I played golf and was in gymnastics, and I got into theater in the college stage when I was in junior high. And I got really involved in kind of being a show-off, individual sports and individual activities. And that always led me to where I am now, just an individual one-man show. And I think it had its base there. But they pushed me to do my best, and they were behind me all the way. So, and that was a help.
Now, I understand that your wife is your manager, agent?
Well, yeah, she's my partner. She's
partner in life and partner for life?
Absolutely. We've been together 12 years now, and I guess that makes our daughter 13.
Oh, really?
It's new math. It's a new math. That's a joke, William. Come on, it's a comedy club. You're not in a you're taking this too serious club. It's a comedy club.
Tell me.
No, my wife is my manager. Exactly. She handles the contracts and the contacts and the phone calls, and she's in charge of promotion, and I'm in charge of production. And she does help me write sometimes too, because she's very quick-wit.
Are there times that, you know, since you work so closely together, that you sort of get on each other's nerves a little bit?
Well, yeah, sometimes, but we've been lucky in that respect to know when each other needs a little space, and we give each other that. Now, oftentimes, she stays at home, and of course her daughter is there, and they don't travel with me all the time. So the times that I'm out can run anywhere from 4 to 9 weeks at a time, and then I get home, and that separation keeps us, keeps us together a lot. Because
do you have to call every day?
Oh yeah, we talk every day. You bet. Always in touch. Make sure everybody's okay, and avoid any of the the problems that come up. Bills got to be paid. You got to have the information on booking and changes, and contact people and phone numbers, and the list goes on and on. It's quite a busy background that she has in advertising, and that keeps her real busy keeping the promotions and the show going and the sales. Hey, I've opened for people like, oh boy, I could just, okay, I'll just start off the bat. Spyro Gyra, Chuck Berry, Luis Manuel, Jay Leno, Jimmy Walker, Harry Chapin, the late, great Harry Chapin, and as well as Roy Orbison too, unfortunately too. My favorite performers I got to work with, but are gone now. And I would see more contemporary artists like, let's see, Atlantic Star. Maybe you're familiar with them from California.
A little bit.
It's a mostly black group. They do a lot of R&B and some rhythm, and some excellent performers. They do a lot of high energy dance stuff on stage, you know. A lot of fun working a show like that because the audience is really hyped and having a good time.
What was it like working, opening for Jay Leno?
Oh, well, he's a prince. He's a sweetheart. He's the kindest, gentlest, nicest man I think I've ever met in this business. He's a real nice fella. He and I worked together a number of years ago, just before he started doing the Johnny Carson stuff, or has taken over the Tonight Show now. And
might there be any?
He and I, we hit it off real well. We had a packed house, of course. It was about 2,000 seats, small venue at the time. He packs out the big rooms now. But it was about a 2,000 seat room, and that's large for comedy. And he did excellent. He did like an hour and a half, and the audience just ate him up. They just loved him.
Might there be an appearance on the Tonight Show?
Well, you can always hope.
I'm sure you're working on it.
Nothing is in the works right now. I'm working and getting my short sets together to do an hour or 10-minute show like I do here, hour show. When you do a Carson or a Leno or whoever the talk show is, you normally only get about 6 to 7 minutes of time. That's much more difficult to do, to go out and only be funny for 6 or 7 minutes, but have it funny all the way through. When I do a show here, I have more time to build up a character, and I have more time to do pieces of theater and develop a character, and I can stretch it out and get laughs from callbacks later in the show that I got laughs on in the beginning of the show, and it's a whole different format. My timing and pace would be just a little slower than, let's say, the 6 minutes that you'd have to do for a Tonight Show.
Tell me, what's the funniest thing that's happened to you on the stage?
When I ripped my pants.
Really?
Yeah, straight up the back. I was doing a ring routine, a juggling ring routine, and it was one particularly large lunge required at one point in the routine. And when I did, my pants went right up the middle.
More conversation with Robert York when we return. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show. Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send your name, birth date, and photograph to the William Pace Show, Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401.
When you're out on the road and you're away from home, and when you're not working, what do you do for fun? Like when you're in the hotel room?
I normally drive to most of my performances. I route them in a circle back to home and out again. So I have my vehicle, and I travel with my golf clubs. Yeah, I go play golf, and also I do find juggling groups around the country. There are different organizations, and I get with them and I meet with them, and sometimes we practice, and swap stories and lies and jokes, of course, and new pieces of material. And every now and then I have to just spend the whole day driving. My time is subject to change at almost any day. It could be anywhere from a day off to watch TV with the rain pouring down to a sunny, bright afternoon like we had a couple days ago, and I go play some golf. And or I'll be on the phone taking care of business, or I'll be driving to the next show. But usually I'm up kind of late, so I sleep a little later than the average person would. And then I get my work done during the mid-morning, and then if the weather permits, I'll find something to do, whether it's shopping or taking care of business or playing golf.
In Tulsa, what do they think of you?
Hometown boy? Well, that hometown.
About your work across the country?
Well, all the family is all still there, and all my brothers and sisters and nieces and nephews, and big family.
So I guess I think you're great stuff then.
Oh yeah, they don't understand how tough it is, and but they do all come out when I'm in town working. Everybody shows up. It's old home week every time. I don't get home as often as I'd like, but a couple, 3, 4 times a year, I do make it a point to go by and see the folks.
Were they very supportive?
Oh, absolutely.
Your parents?
Absolutely, 100%.
Of your career?
You bet, 100%. They've always said, Robert, you can do anything you want. You can just set your mind to it. We know you can do it, and most of the time they were right.
Now, how many weeks out of a year are you on the road?
And I've cut back. I'm down to about 46 now.
46, so you were out 50.
I was out as many as 50 and 51.
Wow.
My wife was traveling with me for over 5 years straight. We averaged 52 weeks for almost 5 years. Worked every week. Yeah.
So you got your first start where?
In Tulsa.
Tulsa?
Yeah, back home.
No,
actually, before that, when I was a kid, I began in theater as in junior high. I was on the college stages. My father was a professor at a university. And some of his friends were in the theater department, and they got me interested in it. And as a junior high student, I did some productions on the college stage. And that kind of what started me.
So you sort of started in college then?
Yeah.
Performing in college then?
Right.
But you were sort of like a ham stand-up
I was
comic
a
when you were as a child. And give me an example.
I think my mom would have described me best as a smart aleck.
Really?
Yeah.
Did she ever give you the back of her hand a couple of times?
More times than we have fingers to count.
But that didn't stop you either.
No.
I'd like to thank my special guest, Robert York, tonight for coming on.
Pleasure, William.
This has been a lot of fun.
I've enjoyed it too.
And
you gonna come in and see the show then?
Yes, I'm coming in to see the show.
Excellent.
Yes. And when will you be back in town again?
Well, we're looking at very possibly late fall, if not early spring of '93. That would be like either December, January, February, March, somewhere in that 4-month block. We haven't really signed the contracts yet, so it's somewhere in there.
Okay. You're going to come back on the show then when you're in town again?
Absolutely. Give me a holler, I'll be glad.
It's a deal. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we'll be back in a moment with some closing comments. Stay with us.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio, 45401 3644. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send name, birth date, and a photograph to the William Pace Show, P.O. Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio, 45401. Gotta go, but I'd like to leave you with God Bless America. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.
To write to the William Pace Show, write to Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio, 45401 3644. If your letter is chosen to be read on the air, you'll receive a gift from the William Pace Show.
Celebrate your birthday on the William Pace Show. Send your name, birth date, and photograph to the William Pace Show, Post Office Box 3644, Dayton, Ohio 45401.